It's the morning now. I don't care what time it is. It's the morning. This is the Sanity Trance. Another episode again. I'm mad now. I got a passion. I'm using it. I'm angry. I feel it. My body's on fire, but I'm throwing that fire in one direction, and that direction is positive, and I intend a better, more positive direction with my fire, if I have to be on fire. But yeah, ever since I started making episodes again, I've realized that thing's got its own momentum, and I don't need necessarily to feel inspired to do just one like for each one. It's like for each time I gather inspiration for one, turns out I'm gathering inspiration for like 5 or 6. You know, once you get that ball rolling, you've established a pattern that you can turn into part of the routine. And, you know, all of a sudden I'm being creative again and making things. And I hope these are helping. They're just things that I know have helped me a lot. And I'm really trying not to waste time when it comes to the self-honesty factor of what am I doing and how do I get better at it. So yeah, that being said, I've been noticing that the fact that like I've embraced the truth of how predictable of a species I am as a human, you know, just like paying attention to my brain patterns, paying attention to the fact that I like things, you know, and food is cool, sleep is good, very basic things, but those same ideas I feel like exist in phases of growth, you know, and you'll watch yourself feel a whole bunch of ways about anything. And, you know, even if you feel like you've mastered nothing in your life, you've actually been mastering some concept of balance, you know, and at the end of everything, you can kind of look back and see that everything that you have become so proficient at that you don't even think about anymore, it's almost on autopilot, you know, that most of these things didn't happen overnight. You know, we weren't born knowing all this stuff. And, you know, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people who are just brilliant are super aware, if not the first thought that kind of is the template for their growth is, I'm not special, that idea, you know? So, I don't know, I lean on that one a lot personally, and as I learn more about different fields of knowledge, I've watched, and you know, as I've taught more about different fields of knowledge too, I've watched a whole lot of different kinds of reactions to process, you know? And if you don't respect process, you're being dishonest with yourself about something as real as gravity, you know? It's right in your face. So when you're processing anything, your brain is going through a process, just like food. I like food, you know? It's like that whole process of releasing chemicals to make you feel a certain way to get a certain something done, you know? Those processes in themselves have a dance or a ritual, or, you know, it's like however you want to look at it, this stuff isn't changing. This is forever, you know? We might have some evolution characteristics like pop up or something, but like they'll still have a process to even that, you know? And how we decide to learn things in itself is a process. But if we don't notice the processes, the micro processes within this process of learning something, say if you wanted to learn how to play an instrument or something, that's a process. That's not necessarily something you're going to gain overnight. Even if you get really incredible very quickly, you still, after experience with it, you'll have a whole way of thinking about it that didn't exist prior to, you know? And if you just are aware of patience and for the fact that the process is something that's permanent, you know, you can take a look at it and really know when it's trying to pull a fast one on you. Because I watch a lot of people get upset when they practice, especially beginners, you know? And to me, that's just dishonesty. It's like, what do you expect? You know, it's like, why are you angry? You know you're a beginner, right? I don't know. Even when I feel like I've reached mastery, whenever that is, or if it ever happens, I feel like I'll have the right to be upset then. But even then, someone even better is laughing at me, being like, oh, you don't respect the process. That's what I'm talking about. Why do we get angry in these moments of reflection as we focus on cleansing the whole thing? The whole thing is, I want to make this better. I want to do this right. This can be, I want to pull out those hidden harmonic overtones you get from perfect tuning and, absolute synchronicity and things like that. The fun things that are side effects of harmony and flow when you're in the right spot, doing the right things. All of these things are processes. And if you can respect the truth of that, you'll progress a lot faster. We're only going upward. Even if you feel like you put everything down and you quit for a little bit, that's part of the process. You've gone through another phase of getting tired of it, or like I said, you'll watch your body go through all these feelings, all these lives, like little micro episodes, right? Little story arcs. And the more you can see that whatever we're doing is a process of understanding, and the more you can observe the process of understanding itself, the faster you can understand for yourself. There's no reason to try to do anything on your own if you have access to professional help or professional knowledge, really, more importantly. The fact that is all that we've ever done is input information into these computers in our heads and then output our synthesis of it with our current understanding, so that's even a process. So I invite everybody to pay attention to the way we grow and the truth of it. It's just try to be honest with it. Don't even label it, just notice it, because there's timeless aspects about it. I would love to say that everything's peace and everything's one. And once I realize that and it feels that way when I'm practicing, awesome. But that ain't how it is. I've done it. I've felt this for years, and I've watched my body agree. And yet still my body's a little bit on fire on the inside about it. I'm like, what are you mad about? What is this? Because it seems like most of me understands the truth of I'm a beginner at this thing I'm working on. If you're practicing right, you're working on things you're not good at. Straight up. If you feel good after practicing, you just performed, instead. So I don't know. It's been a really healthy way to look at it for me. But anyway, much love, y'all. Be sure to pay very close attention to yourselves so that way you can get to where you're trying to go much faster and much more harmoniously. Stop stressing people out. Stop stressing yourself out. Most of it's unnecessary. It's like you're playing into other people's delusions and denials and things like that. And, take as much time as you need. But if you're mad at any of it, you have lost the point, and you started drinking the Kool-Aid of the process instead of respecting the process. I'll say it a million times, I'm sure. All right, y'all. Have a good one.